Alright, hello and welcome back to Quest for Glory 4. We're going to complete our game as our fighter character. First thing we're going to do is grab our rope and grapple here and climb on down here. This grotesque looking monster here is actually the last of the Boyars. If we had paid attention to a little more of the conversations while playing through the game, we would hear that he was a member of the Dark One's cult and had kind of disappeared at the time that the Dark One's cave was sealed by Irana, and he ultimately was kind of locked inside, and due to the influence of the kind of miasma of the Dark One, he was ultimately transformed into this creature. But he took with him the last of the Dark One's rituals, which we must now collect from him. Hopefully we succeed. There we go. Alright, let's grab this book here.
You pick up the book and read it. It is the diary of the Last Boya. It seems that the thing in the pit was the Last Boya. Being a servant of the Dark One didn't do much for his looks or disposition. On the last page is the thing you have been searching for, the ritual of essence. Now you have all the rituals, and the summoning of the Dark One can begin.
Right.
The book crumbles into dust.
Very good. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of the audio and story, just as this is the kind of end game. A little more so than I had been doing certainly in the previous episodes up to now. But I'm still not going to listen to everything, particularly within all the different ritual chambers. So, alright, let's head back in here to where we first started, and the first place we'll go is into this first chamber. And what we're going to have to do is take our torch, light the other sconce,
Light the torch,
and then replace this torch.
put the torch back in the...
And then take the Dark One's sign, place it in this pit of sand.
That didn't do anything. That didn't...
Or not. Let's try again.
Press the Dark One sign against the top of the altar. The sand swirls and shifts to form a... The Dark One sign dissolves into...
Very good. Let's read the bone ritual. Alright. So we're gonna reform the Dark One's skeleton first.
That didn't do. That didn't do. You unroll the scroll containing the bone ritual. The words are visible at last.
Alright, we don't need to listen to the ritual.
The bones.
So as we complete the ritual, this cage of bone forms around us, and the fighter class just uses its overwhelming strength to break the cage.
Bracing yourself, you apply all your...
Assuming, of course, that you do have enough strength to do it, which at 385 we certainly do. It maxes out at 400.
The valve won't...
Oh, that's right. We have to...
You take...
Alright.
You force...
And then we're going to head this way, which is breath or blood. I forget which one's next. Blood. Alright. So... This is one that occasionally does cause me trouble. The solution actually isn't difficult. It's just clicking in the right spots that sometimes cause problems. So let's read our blood ritual. Alright. Here at the altar.
You unroll. Follow. Drop. The dark.
Alright, so now this acidic blood flows through the chamber, and if we try to exit along this way, we'll kind of get melted by this blood. So what we want to try and do is climb up here. We're going to push this rock down. Excellent, that blocks the flow there. Now we can come back down. Look here, there we go. Come around. The thief kind of does some acrobatics and jumps around. The paladin can also utilize this same method as the fighter, or it can the fighter or I'm sorry, the paladin or the magic user can cast the frostbite spell, kind of freeze the flow, and exit that way. All right. Now we will head into the breath chamber. Now we're gonna have to pay a little bit of attention, just to make sure I actually do this in the right order. And you'll see what I mean when we listen to the ritual. There are these, oh, actually I forget if it's the top or the bottom. Well, we might die once, but we'll see what happens. This is probably breath.
You unroll the scroll containing the breath ritual. Words of Yah, a woozle of the breath of... On the most right horn shall I begin thy song.
Horn first.
The shadows of darkness gather. Yah, a woozle. Then shall I play on the leftmost of three. The wind shall come forth among the shadows. I shall bring breath again unto thy center. Yeah, a woozle of the breath of night.
On high. Okay.
I shall sound the final note on high. The shadows of darkness shall rise again. You sense an awake.
All right, so the issue, of course, is I don't know which is considered left versus right, whether it's from my perspective or the altar's perspective. But let's try this one first.
You take a deep...
And then this one over here.
You take a deep...
And then this one.
You take it...
You know what we're going to do? I feel like that sound indicates that we've blown the wrong note, so we're going to start this one first.
You take it.
All right. And then here.
You take it.
There we go. All right. And the middle.
You take it.
And then finally on high.
You take a deep breath.
All right. And now we just kind of walk out, and then there's a goofy little scene in the interim that you'll see in a second, where this air sucks us in, and we have to kind of grab onto these tentacles on the way in and out in order to pull ourselves free. Or not. Maybe we'll just stay here for forever. There we go. So, yeah. I don't know if you wait too long, you eventually die. I've actually never done it. But I always consider it to be a fairly amusing little moment in an otherwise fairly dark game. I'm going to heal up before we go in here. This is the sense chamber. And we're just going to slowly reacquire our senses as we walk through. So first we can't feel, see anything.
You just felt.
All right, sense of touch returned. Just kind of click randomly to wander through. Soon smell might be next. Or maybe hearing. I don't remember which one's next. Oop, I skipped over it. Probably smell.
You hear a loud, almost explosive...
All right. Hearing is back, and then sight.
Blinding glare assaults your vision, and you nearly fall from the path. After a bit, you still see stars. Now...
Okay, so let's perform the sense ritual.
You begin to read the... Yah, a woozle! Let the sense of this world... Yah, a woozle! Let the light and... Yah, as you...
Alright, now we just have to wander back and try to avoid these sparks of electricity. I think we might be able to jump off of here somehow, but I've never actually done it. This is where we got our hearing back. This is kind of what the inner ear looks like. Then, of course, we have this nose down here. This, I believe, is supposed to be the semicircular canals of the ear. So yeah, I usually just let myself, honestly, get shocked a couple times on the way down. But it's more here that tends to be an issue where you can actually get injured enough to be in some trouble. So let's see if I can time this correctly. I've never been great about it, but oh, not good. Not very well. That's fine. See, we got a nice, decent hit to our health, but that's okay because that was the last time we need to worry about our health. So we will come down here, perform the heart ritual, and restore the heart, the beating heart of the Dark One. I don't know how its blood is flowing without its heart pumping, but that's fine.
The ritual isn't designed. You unroll the scroll containing the heart ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The pressure.
Very good.
As you.
Now we're going to climb up and begin the end game sequence.
Very good. You have succeeded where many have failed. Begin the final ritual. Soon the darkness will return to this land, and I will never lie helpless in my coffin again.
That is her primary goal.
Summon a woozle and free the shadows of darkness.
She's pretty much going to destroy the world for the sake of making it always be nighttime.
I do believe you are jealous. Is that because this hero stopped you from summoning Iblis so long ago? You resent the fact that I triumphed while you failed, don't you?
I only wish to begin your moment of triumph, my dear Dark Master.
Very well. Let the final ritual begin.
You begin to recite the final ritual.
So this is the essence ritual that we got from the Boyar. We can skip the ritual itself.
Cold chill fit. You feel as if your feet, shadow. Your arms feel as if, master of the your head aches. Yeah.
Yes! Yes! The spell is completed and a woozle awakens. Darkness will fill the land, and we will never flee the sunshine again.
Oh no! Cursed, your inevitable betrayal.
No! How dare you!
Alright, now that she has attacked him.
You have just shattered the bonds which bound me. Now we shall see who is the true Dark Master.
So they're gonna battle it out. Katrina is still more powerful than him.
I am still a far greater master of magic than you. I am a far more powerful vampire than you. Do you really think your spells can harm me? Guess again.
And yet, Ad Avis knows her great weakness.
But my dear Katrina, I do not need to cast spells at you to destroy you. I intend only to destroy my enemy, the one you seem so fond of.
No! I will not let him die!
The fool! I knew that a woozle would be attracted by that spell. Now Katrina will have all the darkness she so desired. Much.
Yes, Ad Avis has tricked Katrina.
The first part of my vengeance is complete. Now I can enjoy fully watching you die slowly, painfully.
He was not powerful enough.
So desperately are starting to slip through your numb fingers. You cannot hold on much longer.
He wasn't powerful enough to defeat her himself.
You as you realize that Katrina truly cared for you. You know that you must stop Ad Avis once more and forever, and prevent the Dark One from fully entering this world.
Yes, he wasn't powerful enough to stop Katrina himself, but he knew her weakness was us. used us as bait so that Avuzel would take her out for him.
There's no place you can run to and no place for you to hide. Soon there won't even be a place to stand upon. Getting worried, great hero.
Alright, and we're going to use our voice to defeat him by telling the ultimate joke that Funny Bones the Gnome taught us, which any person, no matter who they are, upon hearing it, will undoubtedly laugh uncontrollably.
You tell the ultimate joke about the wizard and the farmer's daughter. The killer.
You think to delay your demise by telling stupid jokes? That wasn't even fun.
Despite his protestations, Ad Avis begins to laugh. In a few moments, he's doubled over, still laughing uncontrollably. Now's your chance!
Alright, so now is our chance to take him out. I think we will try to use this stake to do so.
That didn't do it. That didn't
No,
work.
that didn't work. How about Arana's staff? Will that have any better effect? It's transformed into a spear. Just like the Simbani spears. And now returns to the staff.
A voice forms in the air around you, seemingly coming from your glowing staff. It is time for you to fulfill my final destiny. You must use me to release my mistress from her imprisonment.
This glowing crystal, it turns out, is actually what Arana sealed herself inside of when she stopped the Dark One from entering the world originally.
You touch the staff of Arana to the crystal.
Thank you. You have freed me from my long imprisonment and this land from its own danger. I have driven Avuzel back to its own dimension, and I shall make certain it can never return. The darkness is banished forever from Mordavia because of you. My spirit is released, and I am no longer trapped by the Dark One. Thank you. I can hold this image no longer. Farewell.
Certainly implied there, but confirmed more in the 5th game that Arana is dead, although now her soul at least can
Friends
rest.
and acquaintances in
Sort of.
Mordavia hold a party in your honor at Castle Borgo.
So even as we speak, the swamp is drying up. Soon the pass will open, and we may trade with the outside world. NAFTA, because we have to. We can finally sell our produce to others.
Yeah, we'll export garlic to all parts of the world. Everybody will be stinky.
We can even import an elephant or two, just for old time's sake.
A reference to a running joke throughout the game.
Word that I shall be the newly appointed lawyer. Castle Borgo will again protect and guard Mordavia.
He could not have chosen a worthier person for the role. And I mean that sincerely.
We are gathered here to thank this hero. He has driven away the shadows of darkness from this land. Mordavia will again be the peaceful, beautiful land of our forefathers.
The people fill the room with their cheers.
Hooray.
He returned Tanya to us. For that, we shall be forever grateful.
He proved that dreams can be real if you work to make them so. He brought me back to my mom and daddy, and you know what? They weren't even mad at me.
Everyone again gives a cheer of happiness.
Igor being brave if not for hero friend. Instead of redhead, Igor be deadhead. Little graveyard humor there.
I would have been burned at the stake only because I am a gypsy if this hero had not befriended me.
That's because some people whose names I won't mention, but you know who you are. spread nasty rumors that gypsies were bad news. I'm foolish to believe such things.
Yeah, she would never say something
There
like
are
that.
many here who owe their lives and happiness to this hero. In a land with a history of great heroes like Pyotr and Irana, he is one of the greatest.
Again, the hall is filled with cheers of excitement. You suddenly hear a familiar pair of voices.
There, that's it. I believe this crystal ball is finally working. Do you see anything, Fenris?
Yeah, I see him. He's with a bunch of people. Either a reward ceremony or a lynch mob.
What? Let me see. But it's a reward ceremony, of course. Probably done some great deed. Well, seeing as it's eventually more down, it's obviously open. We can get to Somalia, of course.
Suppose he doesn't want to
Yes. He is a hero. Somalia needs a hero right now. Everyone knows a hero has to go where a hero has to go.
Indeed.
So he knows that. Make sure you use the right spell to teleport. Last time you tried to disrupt the boat, let the person be hurt.
This time, for sure.
Alright, and so we come to the end. And despite kind of going quite rapidly, still got almost all the points. I'm not sure what I missed, but maybe some of the tarot readings or something like that. Either way, not too bad. But we'll end the video here, and we'll see. Maybe we'll continue in Quest for Glory 5. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Till then, see ya.